Hi guys, this HackerRank challenge is called viral advertising. Here we have a company called HackerRank Enterprise and they are adopting a new viral advertising strategy. So whenever they launch a new product, they are going to advertise it to 5 people on social media. And the logic here is that on the first day, they always have half of those 5 people who like the post. Now, of course, half of 5 is 2.5. You cannot have 2.5 people liking the post, so we floor that value. And the floor of 2.5 is 2. So 2 people like the post on the first day, and then at the beginning of the second day, each of these 2 people shares the post with 3 more people. So on the second day, you have 6 people receiving the advertisements. And this goes on and on. So in this challenge, we need to find how many people like the post in total after a certain number of days. To better understand the logic, let's look at this table right here. So this is day 1, the first row that you see here. On day 1, 5 people received the post. Half of them, of course, the floor value. So half of them like the post, which is 2 people. And so far, after a single day, we have 2 people liking the post. Now, these 2 people shared the post with 3 more people. So on day 2, we have 6 people receiving the post. Half of them like the post, that is 3 people on day 2. So the total value after 2 days is 2 plus 3, which is 5. Now, each of these 3 people shared the post with 3 more people. So on day 3, we have 9 people receiving the post. And half of them, which is 4.5, so we take the floor value, which is 4. So half of them like the post, and we update our cumulative count of people who like the post by 4. So we have 5 in total from the previous day, plus 4 from day 3, and then we have 9 people in total. And then these 4 people shared the post with 3 more people. So on day 4, we have 12 people receiving the post. Half of them like the post, that is 6 people on day 4. So we update again the count of total likes by adding 9 to 6, and we have 15. And then finally on day 5, each of these 6 people from the previous day shared the post with 3 more people. So we have 18, because 6 times 3 is 18. And then half of these people like the post, which is 9. So in total, we have 15 people from the previous day, the total from the previous day, plus 9, that is 24. So after 5 days, 24 people have liked the post. So we need to have a function that can make that calculation and tell us how many likes a post will receive in total after n number of days. So n is going to be the parameter in our function, and we need to provide the solution by writing the definition. What they illustrate here at the bottom is pretty much what I've explained, but you can see my solution on the right. So this is my function called viral advertising, and it takes that int parameter and it uses a reference. So when we call that function inside our program later on, we are going to be able to pass the argument by reference. But before I jump in and explain why I wrote my code like this, let me just view this notepad right here. Now I've written down the logic just for you guys to understand better. So on day 1, we know that we always have, on day 1, we always have 5, and then the number of likes is always going to be 2, because the floor of 2.5 when we divide 5 is 2. So on day 2, we are now going to start calculating by multiplying the value of people who like the post from the previous day by 3. And then we will get this new value here. So on day 2, we are now going to say the floor of 5 divided by 2, which is 2, times 3, and we get 6. Now we reuse that 6 people who received the post, and on the third day, we have 6 divided by 2, which is 3, times 3, and we get 9. And then we repeat again, we retake that number of recipients and we reuse it in the 4th day and in the 5th day, like this. Now, if you check my logic here, you can see that I get the same numbers as what they have in the table right here. If you check the second column, on the column that is called shared, you can see they have 5. So this is 5 on day 1, 5 recipients. On day 2, they have 6. That is what I have here. And then on day 3, they have 9. I also have that. On day 4, they have 12. The same thing here. And on day 5, they have 18. So this is in fact the logic they are using, which is what I've just explained. And we can simply write the formula for that logic like this. So recipients equals the floor of whatever current value we have for our recipient variable divided by 2 times 3. And this is how you get 6, 9, 12, and 18. So what we do all the time on daily basis is we divide that value by 2 and we update our cumulative counts of likes for the post. And that's how we get the total number of likes after a certain number of days. So the cumulative count of likes is always going to be the value of the recipient. So for instance, 6 divided by 2. If I perform this operation here, on the second day, I will get 6 divided by 2, which is 3. And I will add 3 to my first day count of likes, which is 2. And then I will get 5. Then on the second day, I will take 5 and then I will add it again. So now we're going to do that for the remaining days. And then at the end, we're going to get the cumulative counts of likes for the post. And this is how you can write the code to implement that logic. So on the first day, you have 5 recipients and 2 likes. And so long as the post ran for more than a single day, so if n is greater than 1, then we want to loop through starting from the second day all the way to the very last day. And for every day, we will implement that logic that you saw here, this logic. So recipients equals floor of the recipients divided by 2 times 3. This is the same thing that I have here. And then I'm now going to update the total count of likes by saying the new value of the recipients divided by 2. And of course, I have this int with parentheses because I want to floor it. In other words, I want to truncate the value and get rid of the decimals. And also one last thing, notice that I'm using plus equal because the point is to count the total number of likes, not just the number of likes at every iteration, but the total number of likes, so overall. So you just return it when you are done with the for loop. So let's now run this code. And we pass sample test case 0 and sample test case 1. Now let's submit this code. And we pass all the test cases. So that's it for this HackerRank challenge. If you liked my video and my solution, please be sure you subscribe, drop your comments in the comment section, and turn on your notifications. I'll catch you next time. Bye.